ibang bansa. Kritikal sa war on drugs ng Administrasyong Duterte, positibo naman ang pagtanggap dito ng Indian Prime Minister. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque, napag-usapan ni PM Narendra Modi at Pangulong Duterte ang iligal na droga sa kanilang bilateral meeting kahapon. Inabot daw ng higit 1 oras ang pag-uusap kung saan ipinaliwanag ng Pangulo ang kanyang kampanya kontra droga. Naiintindihan naman daw ni Modi ang epekto nito sa kabataan, lalo't natalakay na rin ito sa G13 Summit.
In particular, the Prime Minister said that he realizes that the threat of drugs to young people is very, very serious. The Philippine President, of course, highlighted that the threat to terrorism in the Philippines and in the region is also financed partly through the trafficking in drugs.
Bukod dito, nagkasundo rin daw ang dalawang leader na palakasin ang bilateral ties ng India at Pilipinas sa business security at military cooperation. Dagdag pa ni Secretary Roque, hindi bababa sa $1.2 billion ang makukuhang investment ng bansa dahil sa trip ng Pangulo sa India.
At gaya nga lang sinabi naman ni Secretary Lopez, 1.250 billion naman. So far, ang kinita natin, hindi pa kinukonsidera yung mga commitment ng mga companies na puro trabaho pa lang ang pinapangako, hindi pa binibigyan ng halaga yung kanilang mga investment. So lalaki pa po yung biyayang makukuha natin dahil dito sa trip na ito.
Bumuo na ang pamahalaan ng Consultative Committee para pag-aralang muli ang 1987 Constitution. Itinalaga ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte si dating Chief Justice Renato Puno bilang chairman ng komite. Kabilang naman sa magiging miyembro ng 19-man committee sina dating Senate President Aquilino Pimentel Jr. at San Beda Dean Father Ranhilio Aquino. Ilan pa sa makakasama sina dating Associate Justice Bienvenido Reyes at political analyst na si Edmund Tayaw. Direkta silang magsusumite ng report sa Pangulo kaugnay ng mga pag-aaral at gagawing konsultasyon sa mga probisyon ng saligang batas.
Nakiisa rin ang ilang mga senador sa paggunita at pagkilala sa kabayanihan ng SAF-44. Diretsahang itinuro ni Senador Richard Gordon si dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino na responsable sa Oplan Exodus. Idinamay din niya ang issue sa Dengvaxia. Tingin naman ni Senador J.V. Ejercito, bukod sa pagpapanagot sa mga responsable sa Mama Sapano Massacre, dapat din daw na matiyak ang kapayapaan sa Mindanao. Ito na lang aniya ang magiging kapalit sa buhay na isinakripisyo ng SAF-44. Kasabay ng paggunita sa madugong engkwentro, isang pulis na survivor ng Oplan Exodus ang namatay sa Abra. Nasawi si PO3 Carlos Bukawig matapos may maghagis ng granada sa gitna ng kapistahan sa bayan ng La Paz. Patay din ang isa pang pulis na si PO2 Frencel Kitoyan, isang person of interest ang hawak ng mga otoridad.
As we remember the bloody Mama Sapano encounter 3 years ago, where 44 Special Action Force troopers were killed, the Office of the Solicitor General asks the Supreme Court to order the filing of homicide charges against former President Noynoy Aquino and 2 others over the incident. It's urging the High Court to direct the Office of the Ombudsman to file 44 counts of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide against Aquino, former PNP Chief Alan Purisima, and then SAF Commander Getulio Napeñas. The Solicitor General says the 3 are liable for the deaths of police commandos on a mission to capture Malaysian terrorist Zulkifli Binhir alias Marwan. The Ombudsman earlier cleared Aquino of homicide charges and instead slapped him with unlawful use of authority and graft charges. The former president later posted a 40,000 peso bail. We're reaching out to former President Noynoy Aquino and other accused, and we will give you their side as that information becomes available. A policeman who survived the 2015 Mama Sapano encounter was killed in an explosion in La Paz town in Abra province. PO3 Carlos Bocaig was one of the 2 policemen killed in the explosion. A dozen others were wounded. The explosion happened during a fireworks display at the town fiesta. Police are investigating the incident. Among the victims were the town mayor, Menchi Bernos, and her husband, Abra Congressman Joseph Bernos. Both sustained slight wounds and went home after treatment. Regional police officers remember the 44 police commandos killed in Mama Sapano. In Zamboanga City, families of staff members from Zamboanga attended a ceremony. In Cebu City, a march was held in honor of the fallen SAF 44. Families of 2 members from Cebu also joined the ceremony. A widow expressed dismay over the slow progress of the case. In Cagayan de Oro City, a Eucharistic Mass was offered at the police headquarters. Policemen also joined other personnel in northern Mindanao in a bike ride in honor of the SAF troopers. And in North Cotabato, police personnel put up tarpaulins printed with images of the SAF 44 at their headquarters and in public places. They say the streamers will remind the people about the heroism of the fallen commandos. The Senate conducts its first out-of-town hearing on the Bangsamoro Basic Law in Cotabato in the province of Maguindanao. The public consultation will continue tomorrow in Marawi City. Joining us on the phone, our senior correspondent Cecil Ardizabal from Iligan City. Cecil, if the BBL fails again this time, what risks or danger might that bring?
Mitzi, the MILF chairman, fears of a rise in extremism if there's no Bangsamoro Basic Law again. Al-Hajj Murad Ibrahim says there's a pattern to this and they've seen it. Let's listen to this.
Which is splinter from the MLF. This was after the failure of the 1996 peace agreement. Itong BIFF, nagkaroon ng BIFF after the non-signing of the MOA 80. Then, itong nangyari sa Marawi, it came also after the failure of the BBL during the last administration.
Ibrahim says Muslim groups are taking up arms due to lack of opportunities in improving their lives, and they're looking at BBL as a means to address poverty in the South. He mentioned that during the visit of Senators Mig Zubiri, Sani Angara, JV Ejercito, and Riza Ontiveros to the MILF headquarters in Camp Darapandan in Cotabato province of Maguindanao. Senators say the hearing in Cotabato is historic. It's the first public consultation in Mindanao and the first time that 4 senators visited an MILF camp. This is in contrast to early 2000 when then President Arap ordered an all-out war versus the Moro rebels. Now his son, Senator JV Ejercito, is fully supporting the BBL. The public consultation also coincides with the commemoration of the Mama Sapano clash. 3 years ago today, Moro rebels killed 44 police commandos while on a mission to capture Malaysian terrorist Marwan. Now today, both sides are talking peace. So at this point, it seems the BBL is the last card for the Moro people and to begin achieving development that has evaded the South for the longest time. Anything less than this will mean setting back gains which should have been achieved in the peace process. Mitzi.
Of hope being put there. Cecil, what's the timeline of the BBL passage? Will they stick to the senators' original target of March?
That's right. It's the same original target of March. We were told by Senator Mig Zubiri, who is the chairman of the subcommittee on the BBL, that he's seeing second week or February for plenary debates. That's going to be his Valentine gift, he said, for the Bangsamoro people. And after that, before the Senate goes on break on March, hopefully the BBL will be passed by then, Mitzi.
Surely be following that closely. Thank you for your report.
Sumugod sa Court of Appeals ang pamilya at supporters ng Pinay na nahatulan ng bitay sa Indonesia na si Mary Jane Veloso. Hiling nila baliktarin ang naunang desisyon ng Court of Appeals na huwag payagan si Veloso na magbigay ng deposition o testimonya habang nasa kulungan. Kaugnay ito ng isinampa niyang human trafficking case laban sa kanyang recruiter na sina Maria Cristina Serio at Julius Lacanila. Ayon sa migrante, pansamantala lang ang ibinigay na reprieve kay Veloso para maligtas sa death penalty matapos mahulihan ng droga. Kaya mahalagaan nila ang paggulong ng kaso laban sa recruiter ni Veloso. Kahit dismayado, tuloy naman ang pamilya Veloso sa paghingi ng tulong sa gobyerno.
Para pong napakabagal po, parang ayaw po yung nagtulungan si Mary Jane. Kasi noon pa man po, nananawagan po kami sa ating Pangulo.
A revelation from Health Secretary Francisco Duque, the Aquino government and its official implemented the vaccination of dengue vaccine Dengvaxia, even if the clinical trials had not been concluded. Our CN Arcangel reports.
Health Secretary Francisco Duque says government officials could have waited for the clinical trials on Dengvaxia to finish before launching the immunization program against dengue. He says the 6-year clinical trial was supposed to end in 2017, but the Department of Health began to vaccinate children in Metro Manila and nearby provinces in April 2016. He notes the findings of vaccine manufacturer Sanofi Pasteur that Dengvaxia could cause severe dengue came out only in September last year, when the clinical trial was over.
If they had waited 2017, then they would have known that they cannot give this Dengvaxia to children who never had dengue in the past. It appears that based on this information, they could have waited. Prudence would have dictated to wait until the phase 3 clinical trial shall have been concluded.
Over 800,000 school children had been given the vaccine before Duque stopped the immunization program last year. The health department has recorded the death of 26 individuals who had been vaccinated with Dengvaxia from March 2016 to January 24, 2018. But the link between the vaccine and these deaths is still unknown. The Office of the Ombudsman has asked the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, which conducted the clinical trials, to submit all documents related to the tests. For Duque, it's time to review Executive Order 674 creating the RITM to address a possible conflict of interest stemming from its research activities in partnership with pharmaceutical companies.
Whether we like it or not, there is a issue of propriety. We probably should stop private manufacturing companies for vaccines and medicines to have anything to do with research activities.
In a statement, RITM maintains its research on Dengvaxia was done accurately. As the controversy over Dengvaxia shows no signs of cooling down, Duque has been going around schools to ease parents' fears about the vaccine. While Duque can say if the children's ailments after getting vaccinated are caused by Dengvaxia, he says the DOH is closely monitoring every child who received the vaccine.
We reassure the parents that our commitment is to do surveillance more than 5 years.
On Friday, doctors from the University of the Philippines Philippine General Hospital, tapped to review the death of over a dozen children who received Dengvaxia, will meet to discuss their findings. Cian Arcangel, CNN Philippines.
Thousands of passports processed regularly, but the system still needs much improvement. After distraught travelers take to the internet to complain, the Foreign Affairs Department gets creative, opening 100,000 more appointment slots and launching the passport on wheels. But the issue is far from over. Amid talk of fixers making early reservations, Congress wants to get to the bottom of the delay. Could syndicates be behind diminishing passport appointment slots? CNN Philippines sat down with government officials and a travel agencies association leader to discuss the issue.
Last January 23, we filed House Resolution number 1608, to go into the bottom of this mess once again of the issuance of passports. This is not the first time that this happened, but I think whether or not there's an issue of so-called syndicates or fixers, that's only the tip of the iceberg in this case. So we want to look into...
Yung fixers and syndicates, ito yung mga sinasabi po ng ibang tao ninyo
Yes.
na ito yung mga
binebenta yung
passport appointments na.
Appointments, slots.
Kaya nauubos.
Yes.
Ano ba?
But as I've said, parang tip of the iceberg lang ito. Kasi talagang problema rito, kulang yung may backlog tayo sa passports. At gusto nating ito ang mas malaliman na tingnan in this investigation.
We believe there is a syndicate in the passport issuance or getting the slots or appointment for this issuance. There is a problem, I think, with the manufacturer, or this was subcontracted by our government in the printing of passports. So there is a backlog in the issuance of passports. So we think they should be investigated by the government.
Some of the slots really na hijack or whatever, no?
Yeah. Sir, okay.
Pa-reserve. Yung iba dyan, sinasabi na nire-reserve ng
Alright.
mga unscrupulous or enterprising individuals.
Okay, so we've used terms like you said hijack earlier, syndicate ang ginagamit na salita ni Kong Zarate and Congressman Kalalang. Sir, is there a syndicate inside the Department of Foreign Affairs Consular Division?
Well, there is no indication on that. There is no indication, but we will continuously investigate. No? I don't think if it's the appointment, there is no trace whatsoever na there is anyone from DFA involved on this.
Nagulat nga kami dahil nawala na kami ng slot. Sa amin pa biniblame yung nangyayari na nakukuha yung hinahijack yung appointment system, appointment slots. So, last August pa kasi, wala na kaming slots. So,
Inanggal sa inyo?
Inanggal na
because,
sa travel agencies.
Dahil nga sa ganito, na nauubusan.
Just according to the DFA, they talk to us na kung pwede, i-beg off muna namin yung slots namin to give it to the public or to clean the system, their system. So,
clean the
that's
system.
Temporary.
Yeah.
The system of the appointment system. So, that's only temporary, but until now, wala pa rin. So, tapos nag-come up na nga itong malaking problema na hina-hijack daw ng travel agency. So, nagulit kami dahil wala na nga kaming slots. Paano kami makaka-hijack? Because we have no access on the system.
Now this exclusive story. University of Santo Tomas Law Dean Nilo Divina won't back down amid calls for his resignation. The embattled dean says he's determined to fight until he's vindicated. Divina also answers all the points raised against him in the Senate Joint Committee report on the hazing death of law student Horacio Atio Castillo. Here's our Anjo Alimario with that one-on-one exclusive interview.
He's been called the chameleon in the Senate Joint Committee report on the hazing death of UST Law student Horacio Atio Castillo. It's a label UST Law Dean Nilo Divina finds objectionable.
Well, chameleon, as you know, an animal that keeps on changing its color. I'm not a chameleon. I've been very honest. I've been very truthful to the committee.
In their 33-page report, the Senate committees detail Divina's alleged involvement and liability in Atio's death. He is accused of perjury for saying he's been on leave from the Aegis Juris fraternity since he became dean, as pictures show him present at the group's anniversary celebration.
Show me pictures, for example, that I fraternize with them, attending bar operations, attending meetings, socials after that.
In his privileged speech Wednesday, Senator Panfilo Lacson said it's unacceptable for Divina to claim he was clueless about Atio's death, given his influence.
I swear to God, and before the grave, before my forefathers, no, let me be damned, let me go to hell, no, for all eternity, no, if I knew about the death of Atio before, if I had prior knowledge of the death of Atio.
Divina also shoots down the report's claim that staying in his post poses a threat where possible student witnesses may opt to remain silent out of fear. So, will he step down?
I will not step down because this is a matter between me and UST, a matter between me and the students. I cannot abandon my students. I cannot abandon the plans that I have laid out for them to pass the bar examination. It would be an injustice to them if I resign at this point.
Divina insists he still has the support of students, alumni, faculty, and the management of UST. On the possibility of facing another disbarment complaint, Divina says he's not at all bothered.
I have to defend myself, and I'm optimistic that I'll be vindicated.
His message to Atio's parents:
I feel their pain, I feel their sense of loss, and I'll do everything, as I said before, and I say it again, to ensure that justice be served and be done. But let us not commit an injustice against a person who is innocent. We cannot rectify a wrong by committing another mistake. We cannot render justice by committing another injustice. And I think it's an injustice against me, my family, my children, my students, no? To be accused of something which I did not do.
Anjo Alimario, CNN Philippines.
Congressional leaders